Well, a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News. Coming to you live here on MTV Sports with News First. I'm Shahin Jurong-Pati. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Train accident in Mirigama claims the lives of 2. Measures to repatriate 8,000 Sri Lankans stranded in Saudi Arabia. An estimated 5,000 protesters were back on the streets of Rio de Janeiro as they continue to demand a crackdown on corruption and better public services. Now for those stories in detail. President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is currently on a 5-day state visit to Tanzania and the Seychelles, met the head of state of Tanzania, Jakaya Kikwete, yesterday.
The meeting between the two leaders was held at the official residence of the Tanzanian president. A delegation from both countries were present at the meeting. A statement issued by the presidential spokesperson and international media unit said that discussions were held on economic investments and technology. Thereafter, President Rajapaksa attended a state dinner. Several agreements were signed by the two leaders.
ගේට්ටුවක් නැති එකේ තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඒකෙන් තමයි හංගවතුරට විදි දේවල් වෙන්නේ නේ.
එනිසා ඉදිරියට මේ වගේ අනතුරු රාශියක් සිද්ධ වෙනවා මෙම ගියොත්
අනතුරුත් වෙනවා. බලධාරීන් බලන් ඉන්නවා.
Well, those were views expressed by the public following the train accident that claimed the lives of 6 individuals in Alutgama earlier this week. Yet another fatal accident occurred in the 30th mile post area between Mirigama and Vijay Rajadhana at an unguarded level crossing. 2 individuals were killed when the lorry they were travelling in collided with the Podimanike train.
The accident occurred at the 30th mile post area at around 7:10 this morning when the lorry attempted to cross an unguarded level crossing. According to our correspondent in the area, the lorry that collided with the train was dragged for around 10 meters. The 2 individuals who died in the accident have been identified as residents of Mavanalla. On the 25th of this month, a similar train accident claimed the lives of 6 women in close proximity to the Alutgama railway station. The van that the victims were travelling in collided with an express train plying from Colombo to Hikkaduwa. The accident occurred at an unguarded level crossing in close proximity to the Purvarama temple in Alutgama at around 6:45 p.m. 11 individuals were travelling in the van at the time of the accident. The deceased were aged 52, 39, 23, 22, 20 and 14 years.
Meanwhile, News First U reporter Kuminda Subhashana filed this report on a motor accident that occurred in the Kamburagamo area.
The accident took place at around 7:30 p.m. yesterday on the Galle Road opposite the bank in the Kamburagamo area in Mathura. A 3-wheeler and a double cab were involved in the accident. The driver of the 3-wheeler, who sustained injuries, was admitted to the Mathura hospital. The Mathura police is carrying out investigations into the incident.
News First, you report Kuminda Subhashana, Mathura City.
In other local news, the Central Provincial Council adopted a motion today to amend the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. The motion was passed in the Council with a majority of 30 votes. Chief Minister of the Central Province, Sarath Ekanayake, shared these thoughts on the motion with News First.
When you
consider the motion, we propose that it is unsuitable to allow the merger of 2 or more provinces as mentioned in the Constitution. We requested that an amendment be made to the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. We also proposed that we bring in amendments which would allow Parliament to bring in legislation on provincial councils if a majority of provincial councils agree to the said legislation. When I tabled this motion, it was adopted with a majority of 30 votes.
ඒ සම්බන්ධව යෝජනාව මා ඉදිරිපත් කළාට පස්සේ මතය විමසීමේදී වැඩි ඡන්ද 30කින් මේ යෝජනාව අද සභා සම්මත වුණා.
Meanwhile, a delay in trading was reported from the Colombo stock market this morning. Issuing a statement, the Colombo Stock Exchange states that the CSE found a mismatch in certain client balances displayed on the automated trading system during the pre-open session at 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. today. Trading has been temporarily halted. The CSE in the process of rectifying the problem. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau says that they are taking steps to repatriate 8,000 more Sri Lankans who are in Saudi Arabia illegally. Deputy General Manager of the Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau, Mangala Randhaniya, notes that over 2,200 such individuals who had travelled to Saudi Arabia seeking employment and remained there illegally have already been repatriated. He added that they had completed issuing temporary travel documents to repatriate the remaining 8,000 Sri Lankans. The Deputy General Manager also noted that the common amnesty period announced by the Saudi Arabian government ends on the 3rd of July. Minister of Investment Promotion Lakshmana Abeyewardene says that in order to create a better society, the public should direct the younger generation on the correct path. The minister made this statement during a function held in the Mathura area yesterday.
Members of Pradesh Sabhas assault principals and make teachers kneel. Even we feel ashamed to call ourselves politicians. If we are to create a better society, then we need to take care of our children. If a grade 9 child in a Teli Javala Madhya Mahavidyalaya molests a 9-year-old girl, how can we hope to correct a father who is 65 or 70 years old? Children are our wealth. We say that we give the best things for the children. However, in reality, we provide only bad things. The minister made this statement at an event to unveil the pinnacle of the newly constructed pagoda at the Palatua Sri Bodhirukaramaya Viharasthana in Mathura.
A multi-day fishing craft has washed up on the shores of Suryagaha Valla in Kudavalla this morning.
Clothes of several women and children were discovered inside the vessel. According to fishermen in the area, a group of individuals had disembarked from the vessel and had fled. The Tangol police is conducting investigations into the incident.
Leader of the Janasatha Peramuna Venerable Bhattramule Silaratna Thera called on the ambassador of Switzerland in Sri Lanka.
මම විශේෂයෙන් එතුමාගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටියේ අපේ රටයි
Sri Lanka has maintained close relations with Switzerland over a long period of time. However, that relationship was strained during the war. I told him that terrorist campaigns may be formed in his country similar to the 3-decade-long war that destroyed our country. I asked him not to allow such a situation occur.
ඇතම් ත්‍රස්තවාදී ව්‍යාපාරිකෝ බිහි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ බිහි වෙන්න ඉඩ තියන්න එපා කියලා මම ඉල්ලා සිටියා.
With that, we end today's edition of Lunchtime News. Thank you very much for watching. For News First, I'm Shanjarang Pati. Goodbye and take care.